Y'all, I thought I would start this video and tell you the first time I made pimento cheese homemade was in 10th grade in home ec at school. At West Monroe High School, whoop whoop. Anyway, and so I want to give a warning because when I did, I realized that what I had been eating up until then that I bought in the store was nothing like homemade. And I still eat it from the store occasionally when I don't have time to make it. But all I can think about is the homemade. So I'm just giving a warning. If you make this, you're going to want to always do it homemade, okay? That's all I have to say. So let's get started, guys. Y'all, I'm spending this whole weekend. I'm going to be working outside in my yard. I love that almost as much as I do cooking with y'all. I sure do. I've got lots of things to plant. I need to clean up in some of my flower beds and get me some sun and just some fresh air. And one thing I love to do is make pimento cheese before I'm going to do a project like that, because when I get hungry, I can just run in real quick, make me a fold-over sandwich, or grab me a couple of Ritz crackers or a pretzel and dip it in there and eat a little bit and run back outside. So I love pimento cheese. I love tuna salad and chicken salad like that as well. You see I'm grating my sharp cheddar. This is a 1 pound package, 16 ounces of sharp cheddar is what I'm using. I love the sharp. That gives it the most flavor. You don't have to if you don't, but it's really good. So I know you want to too. And I am grating this. This is the one thing I would not, I know I take lots of shortcuts. This is the one thing I would not shortcut, because your pre-shredded cheddar or cheeses have like a cornstarch on them or a starch of some sort to keep it separated in the package, and that's great and wonderful. But it pulls from the flavor just a little bit and the moisture, so don't chinch out on this. You see it didn't take me long. I did it while I was talking with y'all. So there we are. I also make this a lot, like if somebody's going to come stay with me for the holidays, you know, for a few days, this is something we can eat real quick too. Something like that. A lot of people make this to take to a party for a dip. I love it as a sandwich. Okay, that's a lot of cheese in it, I know. Let's get over here. I'm going to start and I'm going to put that into our bowl. I pre-grated about a tablespoon of onion before I got on here with y'all. Just a little yellow sweet onion. You can use a Vidalia if you can find one. That would be wonderful. I'll wash my hands. And run back. Okay, guys, into this, I'm going to put that sweet onion or the yellow onion that I grated, and I did grate that with this cheese grater before I got on here with y'all. Also because, and I want to say, please grate it and don't chop it. It makes it really small and fine to go all throughout in here, and that's what we want. And also, there's some onion juice in there, and that just goes all throughout there. A lot of people will go on and just put onion powder, and that's fine too. But this is the best, okay? Your grated onion. All right. Also, I got on here. Before I got on here, I started draining a jar of diced red pimentos. And did you know that pimento cheese, we all think Southern when we see pimento cheese, but I looked it up, and do you know it originated in New York? So thank you so much, New York. It was New York farmers who started making the cream cheese, which is, I think, one of my most favorite flavors in the world. I tell you, it is. And I'm going to take an 8-ounce package of that. They came up with that. So thank you, New York farmers, for that. And that's how this started coming about. These little pimentos are Spanish little red peppers, and they're sweet, sort of. They're not hot at all, so don't think that if you haven't tried this. I hope you tried this, though. If not, you've been missing out. And so Spain was mingling with New York, and so this was born, and it's wonderful. And go look it up and read about it, because I love history. And maybe I will at the end of this. I'll look it up and read to y'all, so I don't sound like I'm just making this up on the fly, right? Anyway, so we've got our pound of sharp cheddar, our 8-ounce block of cream cheese softened. I've had this out since this morning. I knew I was going to make it. And a 4-ounce jar of our diced pimentos that I did drain. And here's what we did in the South. We had to make it a little more fattening, so we put some mayonnaise in it too. They might do that up there too, but I'll take the credit for making it more fattening down here. We do. And you're going to need to this somewhere between a half a cup and a cup of mayonnaise. And also, I want to let y'all know, during the weekend when I come in to grab me a little fold-over sandwich, I might add a little more mayonnaise to it because it starts absorbing into that cheese and such, and it kind of hardens. And also, when you put this in the refrigerator, that cream cheese is going to harden too and not be quite as spreadable. So you might need to add more mayonnaise. That's totally up to you. You do need to grind some pepper into it. That is part of the original recipe, is some fresh ground black pepper. And I've actually got black pepper in here today and not a melange. I did that just for this video. Right, I know, I get silly about it. And this is something, this is an Amy's Louisiana Kitchen something. We're going to put smoked paprika. I knew, y'all knew it was coming. I know, I heard y'all. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. Some other varieties you can do, you could chop you some jalapenos and put in there. It's a nice little flavor in here. You could put a little bitty dash of some cayenne. And guys, that cheese is salty, the mayonnaise is salty, and your pimentos are also salty. So I don't salt it, but if you want to, you do what you want to do, okay? And this is how you mix it up really easily instead of having to use your hands. And why not easy, right? We are hitting the weekend, we need to get easier, I know it. Do y'all start off the beginning of the week like, yes, I'm gonna save the world, and then by Friday I'm like, oh, okay, that can wait till next week. I'll save the world next week, yes, didn't quite get it done this week. But we tried, and we got some things done. Ooh, I can smell that grated onion in there already. This is gonna taste better tomorrow when I'm making my little fold-over sandwich. Yes, it is. You can mix this. It starts saying blend, but this is a mixer. My mother was real particular about that. If you said, just blend that up with the mixer. Oh my goodness. You're not blending with a mixer. You are mixing. Or if you said it, you know, the other ways. Mix that up with a blender. You know what came. Anyway, she was just that way. She wanted you to be particular and perfect. So she tried so hard to get her daughters to speak correctly and say it correctly. Yes, she did. But like I say, you can mix this as creamy as you want or leave it as chunky as you want. I like it about half and half. Right? Y'all, I want so badly to give y'all a bite of this homemade. If you've never made it homemade and you like pimento cheese that you can just buy in the store, this does come with a warning. You're not going to want to buy that in the store anymore. You're always going to want the homemade. Let me show y'all up close. Doesn't it look good? Yes. And this will keep in the refrigerator for I've always heard up to 2 weeks, but mine doesn't hang around long enough because I'm going to eat most of this weekend. Right? I need to be outside working in my yard, don't I? And so, and the first of the week, I'll polish it on off. I'll say, oh, yep, gotta go. So, oh, and celery sticks. Now, if you want to do good, you could use celery sticks, dip it in here. And I do during the week if I'm trying, because during the week I cut back. Weekends, I let myself get a little indulgent. And on the weekends, I'll eat it with celery sticks. See, that's better, right? I know. That's it. So easy. But we're not through today. No, we're not. We're going to go over to the stove and we're going to make a pimento cheese grilled sandwich. Yes, we are. I know I said it'd be good tomorrow. If it gets any better than this, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to take it. Woo, that's good. I want to show y'all, so just say, I'll do this a lot this weekend. You see these little pretzels? Yes, this is good. Oh, yes, it is. And Ritz crackers. Yes. Yes. This is good, too. I know. We got our skillet heating up over there. We're about to get our grilled cheese going on. You can also make this and put it in jalapenos and wrap them in bacon and bake them, or cook them on the grill. You got your jalapeno poppers, or batter them and deep fry them like John and I do. That 1 tablespoon of onion, you really taste that throughout. So if you don't like that as much, you might want to back off to about 1 teaspoon. I love it, but you can take this recipe and make it your own is what you can do. Okay, guys, I promised y'all, let's go to the stove. Y'all, we're not even going to get out the butter because we got this mayonnaise out, right? So let's just put a little mayonnaise. You use your favorite kind of mayonnaise. I change all the time. And that is going to be our bottom piece right up against the heat. And now some of this wonderful, wonderful pimento cheese, as thick as you want it. That's up to you. And I'm going to place it down here on that piece that we mayonnaise. That mayonnaise just like that butter, but we've already got the mayonnaise out and we don't have to get the butter out. So there we go. Put a little on that side. I'm going to let it cook just a minute or two on that side till it's toasty, and we will flip it. Boom. Let's see, guys. Might be time to flip it. Alright, let's check this out. It's just been a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, doesn't that look good? I like to squish mine just a little bit. Alright, a couple more minutes. I'm using a serrated knife to saw this apart, guys. So I won't squish it. Woo, look at all that nice melted pimento. Okay. We can't taste it yet because y'all know I've got to go take pictures of it. Then we'll taste it. This is how I love to store it in the refrigerator. Lots of us do, and that way when you open your refrigerator, there it is talking to you. And this stuff will call me at night. I stay up late at night while John's sleeping, guys, and I'll edit videos. And before I was doing this with y'all, I would do lots of other little things, reading, watching things he doesn't like to watch, you know, girl shows. You see that? Isn't that going to be pretty? I'll put the lid on, go in the refrigerator, but I'll get up late at night, and I promise you this is going to be talking this weekend, and it's going to get me to come eat a little bit of it. It is. Guys, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and week and springtime, and I will see y'all next time. Y'all knew I was not leaving until we tasted this, right? Right, I was looking up the origin of pimento cheese again. Oh, y'all, I love the toasty bits that comes off. And it gets crunchy and toasty. Oh my goodness. I have no words. I don't. This reminds me a whole lot of my mama on rice. She would make this grilled cheese at her house, and she never had that yellow cheese in the wrapper that we don't really know what it is, and that's your typical grilled cheese. So she always used cheddar on our grilled cheese that she'd make my cousin Michelle and me, And I love that flavor of a little grilled cheese because it reminds me of being at my mama's house as a little kid. Yes, it does, and that reminds me of it so much. Okay, I was just going to read this real quick to y'all. The South's favorite spread is what it says. It says, well, while it's hard to imagine anyone appreciating the heavenly combination of shredded cheddar cheese, mayo, and diced red pimentos as much as Southerners, the delicious spread actually got its start in New York. So thank you, New York. Yes, and it was New York farmers who came up with the cream cheese. And then they talk about Spain started sending canned red peppers or pimentos over to the United States, and they caught on. And then, voila, I think it says 1908, it started coming out, this recipe, and you can take it and make it your own, and you can do anything and everything with it. It's so delicious. So I wanted to just show y'all some little treat I'll make myself when I'm going to be working all weekend. I also do that, like I say, on holidays and such as that, when I'm going to be in the kitchen cooking a lot. I need me a little something to snack on. Okay, y'all. I'm really going this time, and I love y'all. Please grate your onion and not chop it, because it is really nice and small, and it also lets out some onion juice, and you want that permeating all throughout your pimento cheese. Yes, you do. Things get really sad in here. Woo! Okay. I'm going to be sure and get all my onion juice too. Very important. Just about 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon is all you're going to need.